Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Supreme Racing League Grand Prix here in Abu Dhabi. It is the final race of the calendar, and whilst the championship has been decided, there is still plenty of glory points to be given out here. I am Ben Rwaggy McConnell. Joining me on the cast bench is Jamie Amkasa. Elder, how are you doing?
I'm not too shabby, man. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Yes, it is the final race of the season, and for that I am a little sad. However, I am very excited to see what drivers can perform here today. As you can see on screen, it is the most expensive F1 venue to have ever existed, and there is a beautiful layout of that track. It is 21 turns here, 3.451 miles. There are 2 DRS zones. Obviously, that means there are 2 DRS detection zones, and it's some of the most amazing overtakes have happened here throughout the Grand Prix history.
That's just one part of today. You've now got to do it all over again, but for 28 laps.
Here we go, formation lap is underway. So, apologies again for that little delay. We are underway with the formation lap. Here is the driver standings again, how it looks. So you got Crow up in P1. Again, he's locked in that Drivers' World Championship, so it's a very solid job by the Shazoo boys. P1 and P2 for them. Hazard takes P2. Hypers in P3 with Lemon in P4. Both of them are ERL boys, so you got a Shazoo 1-2 and then you got an ERL 3-4. Julian there in P5 easily could take P4 away from Lemon. There's only a couple of points between them, and Julian is looking really set to do that. Let's have a look at the constructors, though. You got the McLaren have taken the constructors championship as well, so really solid job by Crow and his fellow teammate i7, although i7 joined partway through the season. Then Mercedes there in P2, that is obviously led mainly by Hazard, and Williams in P3, Force India P4, Red Bull P5, Renault P6, Ferrari P7. And then further and further down we go. But now it's time to get underway with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and whether or not predictions are going to come true is a different story. Let's see who gets away the cleanest, as it's going to be Julian leading the pack away. And look at the start of Hypers has got. He's already going to try and make a move down the inside of the Renault. He couldn't quite make it, but Julian's ran really wide. He's managed to get himself back on track just in front of Rick still, but Rick and everybody's going to be battling through. Lemon up in a P4, sorry, down in P5 again. FK Gaming in P4.
FK Gaming taking a little swipe out in front of Lemon there. Lemon holding on and giving his just desserts to FK, who's just going down the inside there. He's almost taken out by Hypers, but Lemon holds that position, and he's not, sorry. Oh, major crash.
FK Gaming and Lemon have come together. There's going to be cars just tearing through the track. Lemon's gone wide. He's just run into another car. De Kraus and Lemon are out of the Grand Prix.
Safety car.
What a start to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That's easy for me to say. I did not expect that to be happening. What an absolutely incredible crash. I saw that happening when I saw Lemon start like rolling, rather than just braking and just sitting still in the position. When you saw De Kraus clout into the side of him, that was a major accident. Question is now, though, is what do you do from a strategy perspective? For those of you that are still alive and still going strong, obviously if you lost wing damage, then you are going to be looking to pit anyway. But for those of you that didn't, and for those of you that are on these hypersoft compounds, do you switch to a ultra soft compound or a super soft compound, or do you stay on the tyres that you're on and try and make it through your normal strategy?
Well,
Julian's in.
It's like they're all coming in, actually. Hypers isn't.
That's interesting.
Hazard isn't. Daniel Epic staying out. So everyone bar Hypers, and Hypers, Hazard, and Daniel Epic are staying, have come in to change on to a different compound for those on the Hypers.
So the other thing to remember is that they're not allowed to overtake each other until the safety car line has been passed. That's when, but obviously Hypers can go whenever he wants, really, as soon as that safety car goes in. I think he's going to go as soon as he takes the corner.
Line, isn't it?
Right, he's going to go now. There you go. So DRS has been enabled again. The drivers will be able to give it everything. And Hazard, he's had a really good restart here. Look how close he is to the back of Hypers. Hazard has had a really solid start to this race, and it benefited from the fact that everybody else has pitted. Is he going to be able to get past Hypers when we get to that back straight? We'll have to keep an eye on it, but Hypers is starting to feel the pressure of Hazard breathing down his neck as they come to the end of Sector 1. And now they're already on Sector 2. Get a good exit out of here, Hazard, and you'll take off.
Well.
This was, sorry?
Absolutely fine. up to P5 already.
Oh, wow.
Beaker had a terrible restart. I saw him in the wall, facing the right way, but just going down the wall of the pit wall after the final corner. Hazard gonna have a look down the inside. He does. Dives. Late on the brakes. He's made it. Beautiful.
Wow.
Hazard.
What a move by Hazard. That was phenomenal stuff. And he's been critiqued by multiple people, even us included, that he's not the fastest driver, but he is consistent. And today he's trying to change that name up a little bit. He's trying to prove I am actually one of the fastest drivers that you've seen. And now I'm also a driver that you need to be thinking about winning races. But yeah, like you said, Julian is on a tear. P4 after the restart. He was P7 initially. And to jump the... I mean, he's jumped the likes of Rick and Buemels. Let's just point out, these are no slow drivers.
He's going to make the move. Hazard goes defensive. Hypers falls out. Last delay breakers. And they're still side by side. They haven't finished this yet. Hyper's going to take that.
Oh.
But then a bit of lag, and Hazard jumps in front of him. And Daniel Epic is right on the rear of this as well. He's coming through both of them. Where's that come from?
Where's Daniel Epic got this pace from? He's really tearing through. I mean, Hazard did actually have a bit of a knock into Hypers. Hypers did get shunted as they went into the chicane because Hazard locked up too much and went into the side of him. It wasn't major, but it was enough for it to be a bit of a knock for the Williams. And yes, there was a bit of disconnection. It did jump Hypers back a little bit. I think Hazard backed up to let him go, but that also released Daniel Epic. And now look at that, Daniel Epic up in a P2. He's actually having a really solid drive, Hazard. That was close, he nearly lost it. But look who's right there on his tail, Julian. Starting from P7 after the safety car restart. He's up here battling with the front runners. And they're all within DRS, and Hazard is all out of shape. He's having some real issues. 6 laps in on those Hypersofts, and it's looking like they're starting to fall apart already. Whether or not it's because he's been locking up so much, trying to defend himself against Hypers, is a question yet to be answered, but we'll see how Julian performs now, chasing Hazard through. Have a look at Noosa, who was really close to the back end. Oh, Tom Yum and KGG, they're having a little battle here, a little scrap going on. KGG, just a little knock into the back of Tom Yum. Tom Yum is still up and away.
Julian's through. A little lock up though, but he's through. Just saw some damage on KGG's, flying past KGG's camera. I'm not sure who it was, but KGG's going to go past them both.
Oh.
And he's been hit. They caught his rear end. KGG's still going, but he is going to be hurting after that.
Yeah, look at his right wing. He's missing a lot of that wing. There's no end plate. There's no elements on that right wing. So he's in a lot of trouble.
So
and how he's going to be able to recover.
Tommy's missing front right.
KGG just went straight off into the wall.
DRS mode 4, both in mode 4. He's going to be probably too far back this time. He's going to have a look though. It's not going to stop him. So he's going to get another stab at it. Goes past the detection line, he is going to get DRS again. Looking to go round the outside here, Ball was hugging the inside line. Julie with a 3-second penalty, that is not good news for him. Noosa looks to go, oh, no doesn't. He's still got the inside line for the second, but he's backed off. He's second now off the back of Daniel Epic as Noosa goes very deep. Nearly collecting Bommels. I think both misjudged their braking point.
It flashed up Ultracells for a second. Julian's gone for an inside move, but he had to back out. He knew it was a bit ambitious for him to even attempt that sort of move. And to be honest, even if he did manage to make it work, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, he's got the DRS as well to secure it. Yeah. A nice little move down the inside. And, yeah, it was really well done.
Seen some great overtakes here today.
But look at Brownie on the back of Rick now. He's going to go around the outside into this braking zone here, and it looks like he's managed to get the move done. He has. Beautifully done there by Brownie. He took the outside option, which gave him the inside for the next one, and that was a very cemented, easy P4 for him. FK Gaming actually making a move on Mabi as well.
Is that an ozone team order, was it?
Potentially. It'd have been an interesting one if it was.
So Hypers hasn't pitted. Daniel Epic has. So this is probably actually going to, if Hypers is feeling comfortable, this is going to work best, really well for him.
Bringing that car close to him, he's going to go take the move. And yeah, that's a done deal there by Hazard. As long as he doesn't ruin the braking zone, which he hasn't.
Then Daniel Epic will get a DRS to come back at him. And he's right there. He's pulled out. He's going to go for it. As is going to squeeze him. Who's going to lead? Is Daniel Epic at the moment. Has it down the inside, but then he's got the outside of the second corner, then the inside of the third. But Daniel Epic back up to P6. Great move. At least,
Hazard!
Hypersofts.
Hazard is really off the track. That is a major spin. And he's retired. There was no collision with the wall. That is a frustration retirement. And that is end of sector 1, about to start sector 2.
Oh.
He went over the
side as well. You sure there wasn't contact?
There was definitely not contact.
FK's in the wall.
I think the contact, the reason FK went off there, I think might have been because of what Hazard, when Hazard lost control. So he could have, I mean, he's gone supers, but he could have gone ultras then again, like you said.
I would have braved it and gone ultras.
Yeah, well, this is what I was going to say. There's a reason why we're not in these racing leagues as drivers and we are here as commentators, because these are the guys that know what they need to do from a strategy perspective. And you know that's why you got the likes of Julian, who's one of the quickest drivers that I've ever personally raced with on F1 2018 as a whole. He's actually just come out in front of Noosa, so that was a really perfect timing on that pit stop. It worked out beautifully for him. P4 is where he came out, and now it's just going to be.
Where did that come from?
He's just right there, isn't he? Look at him. He's just tearing it. Oh, Julian!
He's been caught out.
That was so close to the back of Buemos. He did very good job of dodging the Renault and then bringing himself back on track to not get a penalty. So well done by him, but that must have been a very squeaky bum moment for him there. It was a squeaky bum moment for me, and I'm just a spectator.
Yeah, I think that racing's going to need a change after this.
Definitely.
It's because Buemos is on such old tyres. Junior's been caught out by how much early he had to brake. And because AI getting in the way, Julian looking to go down the inside of the final corner, and does. Or does he? He does.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done it. And Daniel Epic's really close as well to the back of this Renault, so it is a possibility that Buemos could actually lose 2 places on this one lap. There you go. Daniel Epic's through. That's a good move by him. So Daniel Epic is going to be trying his best to catch up to Julian and trying to make an overtake happen on the DRS straight. Julian's out. Where's that?
It's there.
Oh, it's there. Oh, okay. That was quite terrifying. Julian, we thought that he was going to be able to compete with Hypers. I think he just may have oversteered a bit too much going through that second to last corner, bounced off the wall, and then flew off into the towards the entry of the final corner. And that is mega disaster for Julian. He was looking like he could have taken those points away from Lemon. They are really close to each other. DRS is available to him now as they're coming out of the hairpin, and that this time Brownie should be able to make this pass happen much simpler, much easier than previously. I think he's he knows it. Rick knows it too. Oh, Tommy's gone. Oh. Whoa, what a crash that was. How is he still alive in this?
That's what Hazard pretty much did.
But the other side, Hazard actually went to the left. He went flying way off the left and way off track. Well, here he comes round the final corner to take home the final Grand Prix of the Supreme Racing League season. He's had a really good crash again. Really good season, and walks away with a victory to end the season on. Brownie having such a good performance all round, to be honest. We saw him demonstrating just how quick he can be. Oh, that was almost someone else joining him there. Well, there you have it. That is the final race of the Supreme Racing League Grand Prix season. Sorry, thank you so much for joining us. I do have one final question to end the season on, which is, Amkasa, who was your driver of the day? Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's pretty easy, to be honest.
It's always boring, as I've said so many times, that we picked the winner. But he didn't do anything wrong. The strategy for Julian didn't quite work out for him, and as you can see, he crashed out. But yeah, what's done is done.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us throughout this season. It's been an absolute pleasure to commentate this with for all of you, and also commentate alongside Amkasa, so thank you in particular. And we look forward to seeing you next season, whenever that may be.